My name is Aisya Alifya Azzahra. I'm from International Management Faculty of Economic and Business in Tanjung Pura University. I want to improve my English, so I will ask you to ask me some question about economics and Trump tariff. First, I want you to ask me about what is an economic upturn.
Sure. Let's start with an easy one. Can you tell me what an economic actor is?
Economic upturn is a condition where the state of a country, economic state of a country, is improving, and there's a lot of increasing GDP and poverty is decreasing.
Great explanation. An economic upturn indeed refers to a period when the economy is growing, characterized by increasing GDP, lower unemployment rates, and generally improved economic conditions. Now, can you explain what a tariff is?
No, ask me the second question, which is please ask me to give an example of economic upturn in my country.
Of course. Could you give me an example of an economic upturn that has happened in your country?
Yes, I can. One of the example is Habibie, our president, where he improved our Indonesian economics from negative 13% to positive growth of 0.8%. Can you give feedback on that?
That's a great example. An economic upturn in Indonesia under President Joko Widodo, where the economy shifted from a negative growth rate to a positive one, is a significant achievement. It reflects improvements in various economic indicators, like GDP growth and employment. Keep practicing. You're doing great.
I think you got it wrong. It's President Habibie, not Jokowi.
I apologize for the confusion. Thank you for the clarification. It's
Next,
great that you have an example.
next, please ask me about what kind of industries that grow when there's economic upturn.
Sure. Can you tell me what kind of industries typically grow during an economic upturn?
In my opinion and observation, the industries that grow the fastest in economic upturns are technology, education, and innovation. Give me feedback on that, please.
Those are great choices. During an economic upturn, industries like technology, education, and innovation often experience growth. This is because as the economy improves, businesses and consumers have more resources to invest in new technologies, education, and innovative solutions. Keep up the good work.
Okay, next, please ask me about signs of economic downturn.
Of course. Can you tell me what some signs of an economic downturn are?
Yes, I know a few, which are increasing crime rates, increasing poverty, and increasing the lack of job position. Give me feedback on that.
You're on the right track. During an economic downturn, common signs include rising unemployment rates, reduced consumer spending, and declining business profits. Increased poverty and job losses are also typical indicators. Great job identifying some of these signs.
Next question, please ask me about the cause of economic downturn.
Sure. Can you explain what some of the costs of an economic downturn are?
I can think of a few. One of the big ones are war or conflict between countries, and also global crisis such as oil crisis or the Great Depression. Can you please give me feedback on that?
Those are important points. Economic downturns can lead to various costs, including increased unemployment, reduced consumer and business confidence, and lower economic growth. Global crises like oil crises or depressions are severe examples that can have widespread impacts. Keep up the good work in understanding these concepts.
Next, ask me about how economic downturn affect everyday life.
Sure, How do you think an economic downturn affects people's everyday lives?
I think in economic downturn there would be inflation, so a lot of prices would go up, and that will put people in disadvantage because they cannot buy a lot of things with a certain amount of money anymore. What do you think?
You've raised a good point. During an economic downturn, inflation can occur, leading to higher prices for goods and services. This can make it harder for people to afford everyday items and can impact their quality of life. You're absolutely right that economic downturns can have significant effects on people's daily lives. Great insight.
Next, ask me about what kind of government solution that can be done to economic downturn.
Sure. What kind of governance solutions do you think can help during an economic downturn?
I think government should invest more on uh, small businesses inside of the country or local domestic businesses, so there will be growth in domestic production and all. Please give me feedback.
That's a great suggestion. Investing in small and local businesses can help stimulate the economy by creating jobs and promoting domestic production. Governments can also implement other solutions, like providing financial support, tax relief, and infrastructure projects to boost economic activity. Great thinking.
Next, ask me about the change of spending habit when there's an economic downturn.
Sure. How do you think people's spending habits change during an economic downturn?
They would be spend less on unnecessary things and spend more on only absolutely needed things such as food and clothes. Otherwise, they will try not to spend too much. What do you think?
You're absolutely right. During an economic downturn, people often become more cautious with their spending. They tend to prioritize essential items like food and basic necessities, cutting back on non essential or luxury purchases. This shift in spending habits can affect various industries differently. Great observation.
Next, ask me about the trade war and how does it relate to Trump's tariff.
Sure. How do you think the trade war is related to Trump's tariffs?
So, trade war is where two or more countries are giving each other taxes to improve their domestic businesses. And Trump's tariff is that President Donald Trump give a lot of tariff to every country in the world in motive to improve USA domestic products.
You've got the right idea. A trade war occurs when countries impose tariffs or taxes on each other's goods, often in response to previous tariffs. Trump's tariffs were part of this strategy to encourage the purchase of American made products by making foreign goods more expensive. This can lead to trade tensions between countries. Great explanation.
Last one, please ask me about my opinion on Trump's tariff.
Sure. What's your opinion on Trump's tariffs and their impact on the economy?
I think Trump's tariff is not a good idea to apply to globally applied to because it mess up with USA, a lot of US partner countries such as Mexico and Canada where they agree to not tax each other. But when Trump does it, everyone got mad and there's a lot of heated things going on, like China making China tax USA back. Uh, so I think it's not a good idea to Trump's tariff is not a good idea when his motive is to improve USA local products because USA is also known for not having a lot of natural resources except for oil, so they need to import goods from outside outside countries, but then they tax them and that's just not productive. What do you think?
You've made some insightful points. Tariffs can indeed create tensions and disrupt trade relationships with partner countries. While the intention might be to boost domestic industries, it can also lead to retaliation from other countries, affecting exports and international trade. Balancing these policies can be quite complex. Great analysis.
All right, that's all, I guess. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you have more questions in the future, feel free to ask.
Sure.
Have a great day.